Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you very much for that lovely honor. I'd first like to acknowledge the traditional territory of the Shuswap Nations on which the university sits, and thank the elder for the greeting this afternoon. Thank you so much for your kind words, President Scherf, and thank you to the Chancellor as well. And the Chancellor in particular is not only a Canadian and international sports icon, but she's an amazing role model for women and girls across this country, and now serves us also in the capacity as a senator and contributes to the better governance of the country. So it's a great honor to be on the platform with the distinguished leadership of the university, the Board of Governors, and the faculty. First of all, to the class of 2009, I say congratulations to you. I'm deeply honored to receive an honorary doctorate from this institution that is so forward-thinking. It's a young institution in many ways, and it's forward-thinking, and it's building, and it's growing, and one only has to walk around the campus to see that. And I'm extremely excited, given my background in the law, that you will have a law school from a fresh start, and I'm thinking that some of those graduates that I'm looking at may, in just a few short years' time, return to that law school and advance their studies further. And that law school will play such an enormous role in this university, but also in this community. So it's a wonderful thing to watch it grow and see it grow, and I know I'll be back repeatedly to watch that. Making education accessible to all is one of the greatest gifts an institution can provide, and this institution clearly demonstrates it. To be able to receive an education no matter where you live, however rural or remote, is remarkable and progressive. And I think that's why this university is so important for British Columbia, but also for this region. And when I look at the graduates today, I see so much promise in that sea of young faces. Just about 200 people ready to embark on the next stage of your life. And as I look at you, I think, what do your futures hold? And I'm sure many of you are thinking, when does the party start? I don't know about the party, but your future is certainly up to you. At home and here at school, I'm sure your parents and teachers have given you some amazing tools, knowledge and abilities and skills and ethics and much more. And how you use those tools is really up to you, because you will shape your own future. So whether your next adventure is toward career, travel, or further education, it's all to be discovered. And each of you, I'm sure, brings your own story to this occasion. Some of you graduating today was a natural progression from high school. For some others, maybe you had to juggle work and family, starting education, coming back and finishing it, and a dream realized after many years. Whatever your circumstances, I'm sure most of you had, because I can see them here today, a cheering section. People who, in your growing years, made sure that you did your homework, had moms and dads who read to you at night, made sure you appreciated the written word, made sure you were well fed. Probably you had grandparents or family who made sure that you were well turned out and maybe even had a bit of spending money in your pocket. Certainly family like those here who anticipated the day that they would watch with great pride as you received your degree, in the belief that you can and will do anything you set your mind to. I believe that too, and I would like to acknowledge the parents, the grandparents, the aunts and the uncles, the spouses, partners, and good friends that encouraged you along the road. While you may not have made it here without them, you may not have stayed on and persevered if it weren't for another group, and that is the many fascinating and inspiring teachers and professors who have changed your lives for the better. A philosopher once said, and I quote, "Ideal teachers are those who use themselves as bridges over which they invite their students to cross, then having facilitated their crossing, joyfully collapse, encouraging them to create bridges of their own." After their fourth convocation, I think some of your faculty in this heat might be ready to collapse. But I know that they really are cheering you on, and you will be building the bridges of the future as they welcome the new recruits. So to the faculty here on the stage and those probably off doing research already for the summer and planning and writing the next book and preparing the next course, we need to recognize their accomplishment. So you should be justifiably proud of what you've done here today under the watchful eyes of your family and loved ones and the faculty and myself as a new degree recipient. But I ask you, when you're considering your own future, I ask you to think of others with fewer advantages, others with less of an education or no education at all. Sadly, the outstanding support so many of us have received along our education path isn't always there for many children and youth in British Columbia. By the sheer accident of birth circumstances or family misfortune, thousands of children in BC have to struggle from the beginning, whether that is to have good food, strong and safe relationships with adults, or stability. And in British Columbia, I remind you that there are over 9,000 children in care and many other living out of the parental home and away from the natural supports that many of you had to get you here today. And for many of them, their lives are a continual uphill climb without enough support. They get hurt more often. They're extremely vulnerable young people. Almost every one of the reports that my office as the representative for children and youth has put out has talked about the importance of education as a central theme. Education isn't just a noble endeavor. Education and schools are great equalizers. They provide equal opportunities for every individual to excel. And when large groups of children are not excelling, we need to do much better. Through education, almost anyone from the humblest of backgrounds can transform their destiny, their quality of life, and their community. I did, as many of you here today have done and will continue to do so. But even today, too many BC children and youth are being denied the opportunity for and basics of positive developmental conditions for education success. This robs them of their future, and it robs us of our future. Certainly there are success stories, but there are not enough of them. Too many have the government as the parent, where the government isn't paying close enough attention to their daily school life. In fact, in BC, a child in care has a greater likelihood of being involved in the youth justice system than graduating from high school. BC needs more champions for these children and youth, and more educational champions, and better opportunities to build their success and resilience. I'm encouraged today to note that both the valedictorian and the recipient of the Governor General's Academic Silver Medal are choosing paths that will make contributions to children. I salute you and I support you. You inspire me. You will be a champion for children in your lives, and I think many of us here will have that opportunity as well. So today you have completed what you have set out to do. You can rest on your laurels today. Tomorrow, however, make sure your education is used to make your family proud and your community stronger. Find a way in your life to be a champion for better opportunities for children in poverty, children exploited or abused, children in care, and Aboriginal children. I did it, and it brought me great joy and even this lovely honor, for which I am very thankful. Thank you.